And while that's happening, down in the parking lot, Isaiah and Alicia have pulled up.
And now in the top part of the screen, you see Mr. Chance.
So this is the shooting of Julio Foolio, you guys, a rapper from Florida. He had traveled to celebrate his birthday in Tampa, and some people came and followed him and ended up killing him. Now this is they showing the people now, because it's in trial, follow him and how they stopped him before they killed him at the Home to Suites in Florida.
Walking with his hood and his mask, holding the phone to his ear with Miss Andrews, right in front of Truth 18. And now, about 30 minutes later, 20 minutes later, 25 minutes later, Mr. Jones and his friends start.
I'm sorry, I'm having trouble hearing you over all the background noise.
Oh, okay.
While they are at Truth 18, the alleged gunmen pull up in Isaiah's black Impala and station themselves in the parking lot of the next building over.
So now we're in a section of the video. You can see the Impala pulling into the parking lot of a business to the east there. I believe it's an Enterprise car rental. They pull into a spot and they sit there. These cameras on the bottom floor at the strip mall where the Truth 18, below Truth 18, depicting Mr. Jones and his friends leaving.
First time I was going to talk to the prettiest.
After Truth 18, friends head to the Home to Suites hotel where the murder ultimately takes place. Isaiah and Alicia are in the Chevy Cruze, and Sean Gathright, Rashad Murphy, and Davion Murphy are allegedly all in the Impala. Julio Foolio pulls up to the hotel first.
4:34, 4:35 a.m. in the morning. Mr. Jones is in the front passenger seat. The car is being driven by his friend Xavier Edwards. You will see him exit the Charger and walk into the hotel. In this video, you'll see him return. This car passes by, being driven by defendant Isaiah Chance, his girlfriend. You saw her earlier. Miss Andrews is in the front passenger seat. The assault team is already present on the west side of the hotel. That was the car that had pulled in earlier and went northbound and did not pass the portico. And now it's exiting. Mr. Chance drives right past the victim and exits the parking lot of the hotel, literally within seconds of the murder occurring and starting. You will see him exiting to the right, going southbound on McKinley. There's the shooter. Xavier Edwards tries to escape from the shooting. You can see the other two cars, one being driven by Camilla Bentley, who's going forward, the other one being driven by Armani Turner, who's going backwards. In their haste to flee from the shooting, they actually collide with each other, and they both end up going southbound on McKinley. They go different directions. Mr. Jones' Charger, after being impounded and transported to the Tampa Police Department, impound lot, all of those yellow marks, other than the ones on the hinges, are going to be impacts.
So Julio dies from his gunshot wound, and the next day, the group all pack up their things and head back to Jacksonville.
And you can see over his shoulder right there, that is an Uber driver that has shown up to take Mr. Chance and Miss Andrews and Rashad Murphy back to Jacksonville. They travel back in an Uber. Here's Mr. Davion Murphy. There's Mr. Gathright walking out with bags, Mr. Chance, and Mr. Gathright.
Code is 0909.
Getting the code from Mr. Chance to get back in. Now, you'll see Mr. Gathright go to the side. He'll leave in the Impala by himself. Davion Murphy drives the Chevy Cruze back to Jacksonville.
Alicia, Isaiah, and Rashad all take an Uber back, while Davion Murphy drives the Chevy Cruze and Sean Gathright drives the Impala. The Uber takes Alicia, Isaiah, and Rashad back to Sean's house.
Now, that's Miss Andrews by Mr. Chance's BMW. And you see Rashad Murphy in the light-colored jeans, holding the bag in his left hand with a beret or some kind of a cap on, opening the back door, putting a bag in it. You can see the Uber driver moving around on the left side of the vehicle, and on the right-hand side is Mr. Chance. Even the ghost, Mr. Murphy, got sloppy here. It was picked up on this video.
But Sean doesn't drive straight home. He instead goes to his grandmother's house.
Here's Mr. Gathright. He has parked the Chevy Impala and he's walking inside. You will also see him come out of the garage through another camera. He will start wiping down. This has been accelerated. He's wiping the car down. And he ends up switching cars with his grandmother, leaving the Impala there in Auburndale and taking a Toyota 4Runner. He drives the 4Runner to Orlando and then back to Jacksonville. But first he wipes down the Impala. There's the 4Runner. The Impala is now inside the garage. He says goodbye to his grandmother.
You still using this to moisturize your hair?
It's sad. This is a girl who made the video. Brian don't pay you guys, so definitely know that. And this rap beef stuff gotta start. Here go her channel. I'm using her video. I have to give her props. Can't steal people's stuff. It's almost like in writing, plagiarism. Okay. Not a lawyer. Go to her site. I just subscribe. She's have good content. And here I'll let y'all finish watching some of this.
Antonio Tilly on October 7th, 9 months before the murder of Charles Jones. He had left his house at about 6 in the morning and was driving down the street, coming to a stop sign, when attackers with high-powered rifles opened up on his Dodge Charger.
So he lived through that shooting right there. He got shot in the foot not too long ago. I'll show you how that looked.
He would escape that morning with his life. He would drive to a local hospital and be treated for a gunshot wound to his lower leg.
Not that you should hear that. Oh. Wait, are they going to arrest me?
Context for that last about 6 months before Julio Foolio was killed, he was actually the victim of another shooting.
Attackers with high-powered rifles shot up his car when he pulled up to a stop sign. He was able to escape with his life. He had a leg wound. Incidentally, that bullet stayed in his body and was recovered from his leg during the autopsy in this case.
And in addition to the violence between the two groups, the members also began making drill rap songs.
Spinabins is one of the performers who is a well-known drill rap gang member in Jacksonville, and Wappa with the Choppa is another. You can see in this photograph in the background.
Wappa with the Choppa, Spinabins. Oh, that song right there was a tight one. Excuse me. Oh, man. Yeah, this was, I forgot the name of that song. Who I Smoke, I think. Who I Smoke.
Young and Ace in the yellow. Kenyatta Bullard, a.k.a. Young and Ace. And you can see his AT.
So, ATK, it stands for Ace Top Killers. So Ace is the other rapper, the big rapper, besides Julio. And that was the main opposition.
A chain around his neck. These performers at times during the video pointing up in the air, and you will see the names of people appearing on the screen. Those are casualties from 6 Block. Those are people who were murdered on the opposite side. And this is them pointing, Tiki being an opposing.
You see how much the dang district attorney knows, y'all? He know way too much. He breaking that stuff down better than we can. Let's show you people talking to them, probably. And they be watching people's social media.
Gang member who was murdered.
Then Julio Foolio makes a song.
He says, "Happy birthday, 23." 23 was one of the young men. That was his street name that was murdered. He also says he fell in love with dead ops. Got dead ops on my mind. Dead opposition. Casualties of the opposite side.
And when Foolio dies, the ATK side makes 2 songs.
This song being released within a couple of days of the murder of Charles Jones. It's called Foolio Dead. Foolio dead, for real, his ass a ghost. This was another song, this one by Young and Ace, the same guy from the Who I Smoke video. This song came out, I think, 4 or 5 days after the murder of Mr. Jones. This is called Game Over. That is just a still from that video. And that's talking about both Charles Jones and his gang, 6 Block.
So that's their theory, that this murder was well planned, very premeditated, and was driven by the hate and animosity that these men had for Julio Foolio. So based on that theory and the evidence that will be presented, prosecutors are asking the jurors to find these 4 men guilty and ultimately sentence them to death. It's worth noting that because Isaiah is not alleged to be a shooter, he is actually charged as a principal, the same way Alicia Andrews was charged, which means even with him not even being in the parking lot at the time of the murder, prosecutors are saying that he still knowingly and intentionally contributed to this murder as a way to help it be carried out. And so therefore he can be charged and convicted just like the people who actually carried out the murder. Okay, so that's one side to this story. But now let's get into what the defendants are saying to defend themselves, starting with Sean Gathwright's attorney.
I'm ending it from there. No more to learn. Hope you like the video. I'm just giving my opinion. It's all dumb. Julio Foolio was doing a lot of dissing. He survived a couple shootings. Young and Ace, they got shot up. His brother died. I mean, this stuff is just stupid, man. Now you get rich just to get killed. Leaving kids without parents. We gotta stop and do better, y'all. Like, share, subscribe.
Sean Gathwright had nothing to do with these shootings that took place in Tampa.